Have you ever felt the sudden chill of silence where laughter used to be? To lose a Gemini's words is not like losing anyone else's, because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, the divine messenger, the only god fast enough to travel between heaven, earth, and the underworld. To love them is to live in constant conversation with magic, wit, and light. But betray them, and Mercury does not speak for you. He speaks against you. Gemini doesn't destroy you with rage. They let the universe respond. And when the universe answers, it is not gentle. Today, we're counting down the 20 most haunting ways a Gemini's silence becomes karma itself. Stay until the end, because the final reason will make you realize why their silence is louder than love. 20. The viral thread of truth. A Gemini doesn't explode in anger. Instead, they craft a sentence so sharp, so clever, that it travels faster than gossip itself. One post, one phrase, one truth disguised as wit, and suddenly, people know exactly what happened without your name ever being spoken. That is Mercury's magic. Information traveling at the speed of light. Have you ever watched a Gemini drop a single line online that made everyone know the truth without explanation? Comment below if you've seen it. 19. Silence as exile. With a Gemini, one day you are the center of their orbit constant texts, laughter at midnight, wild conversations that stretch until dawn. And then silence. Not anger, not arguments, just banishment. You feel like a citizen stripped of a passport, standing outside the gates of a kingdom that once adored you. Their silence is not emptiness, it's exile. 18. The mirror of karma. Gemini is a mutable sign. They reflect, adapt, and mirror the energy they're given. If you lie, they don't retaliate. They hold up a mirror and the lie comes back to you. You ignore them, life will ignore you when you need it most. You teach the universe how to treat you by how you treated Gemini. That's karma, wrapped in duality. 17. The disappearing star. A Gemini's presence is like starlight. You don't realize how much warmth they give until the sky goes dark. One day, their energy lights up your world. The next, they vanish. No explanation, no closure, just an absence that feels like the night sky without its brightest star. And you keep looking up, hoping the light returns. But it doesn't. 16. Air signs chill. Air is Gemini's element. And air can lift, inspire, carry music across miles, or it can vanish and suffocate. When a Gemini is done, it's like the oxygen leaves the room. The conversations that once filled your days evaporate, leaving you gasping in silence, wondering how you ever took them for granted. 15. Silence that watches. You think they're gone. But here's the truth. Gemini's silence doesn't always mean absence. Sometimes it means they're still watching, observing, collecting every word, every move, every reaction. Their silence is not passive, it's investigative. And when karma finally arrives, it plays back your own actions with perfect precision. 14. Words that never arrive. Gemini rules communication. They are the zodiac's messengers. When you lose them, you wait for a text that never comes, a reply that never lands, a word that never arrives. It's like living through Mercury retrograde, messages delayed, meanings lost, voices silenced. Their silence is not just lack of words. It's Mercury withdrawing his gift. 13. The lightness you'll never find again. A Gemini makes life lighter. They turn traffic jams into concerts, boring chores into comedy shows. When they leave, that lightness leaves too. You can laugh again, yes, but it won't feel the same. Because laughter without a Gemini isn't joy. It's just noise. 12. The Cosmic Storyteller. Gemini is born of Castor and Pollux, the immortal twins. Their destiny is storytelling, carrying tales between worlds. When you betray them, your story becomes a part of their myth. Not as slander, but as a parable. A cautionary tale told and retold in their own mercurial way. And once a Gemini weaves you into a story, you can't escape it. Because stories outlive silence. They outlive names. 11. The door you can't reopen. Trust with Gemini is a door. At first, it's wide open, spinning like a revolving entrance, playful and curious. But hurt them, and that door doesn't just close. It locks, it rusts, it disappears. You could spend years searching for it, begging for one more chance. But the truth? That door no longer exists. 10. The twin you were never meant to meet. To love a Gemini is to know their golden twin. Lively, forgiving, brilliant. But betrayal awakens the shadow twin. Cold, merciless, surgical. A side of them you were never meant to meet, because that twin rises only for those who break their trust. And when you see it, you don't recognize them anymore. 9. The haunting presence. Even when gone, they're still there. Their laugh echoes in your head. Their words replay in your memory. Their face appears in strangers. Gemini doesn't just leave, they haunt. And no matter how far you go, their presence follows like a ghost in the back of your mind. 8. The social eclipse. At gatherings, their absence is noticed immediately. The group feels quieter, less alive, as though a light has gone out. People remember the Gemini who once carried conversations, who lit up every room. And in that silence, they also remember you, the reason they left. 7. When laughter turns to lesson. Gemini turns every day into a comedy show. But when you wrong them, the comedy ends. Suddenly, the jokes you used to share sound bitter. The laughter you once had feels hollow. Their absence transforms fun into a memory, and a memory into a lesson. 6. Karma's return. Gemini doesn't curse you. They don't need to. They step aside, and the universe does the work. Opportunities dry up. Relationships falter. Doors close without reason. And you wonder why now? The answer is simple. Gemini has withdrawn their energy, and with it, your borrowed luck. 5. They're healing without you. Geminis heal fast, faster than you expect. One day, you see them smiling again, laughing again, glowing again, but not with you. Their healing is proof that your role in their story is over, and their silence is the final chapter you'll never get to read. 4. Erased from their world. No texts, no calls, no tags, no mentions. You don't just lose access to a Gemini, you get erased. As if your existence was edited out of their narrative. And the most painful part? They can move on as though you were never written in. 3. Your reflection in their absence. When a Gemini withdraws, they don't just disappear. They leave a mirror behind. Every time you reach for your phone, every time you replay a conversation in your head, every time you regret, you're staring at your own reflection. Their silence forces you to confront yourself. 2. Silence louder than love. Love says, you matter. Anger says, you hurt me. But silence? Silence says, you are erased. Gemini's silence is not the absence of sound. It is the loudest statement they will ever make. And it echoes longer than love itself. 1. Karma's final whisper. In myth, Pollux begged Zeus to share his immortality with his mortal twin Castor. That's the loyalty of Gemini. They would give you eternity if you deserve it. But betray them, and they do not beg. They do not plead. They simply watch as karma takes the stage. You thought you silenced them, but in the end, it is their silence that silences you. And long after the lesson has scarred you, the name you'll whisper in regret is theirs. If you've ever been silenced by a Gemini, drop a comments. Share this video with the Gemini in your life. They'll know every word is true. And don't forget to like this video if you believe karma always finds its way. Subscribe now, because the next sign we uncover may be yours, and you won't want to miss it.